Steph, Man United 0, Newcastle 1. What happened? How are you feeling about this game?
Midfield overran, defense infiltrated, attack missing.
Yeah, totally. Put them on the milk carton.
Like literally, yeah, exactly. Milk carton, milk carton settings. I like that. I'm stealing that. Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah. Look, I was tentatively hopeful that we could scrape a win, like a scrappy win.
Almost happened at the end after extra 9 minutes.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, to be fair, aside from Reguilon and Amrabat coming on with fresh legs towards the end of the second half, towards the end of the game, I do think that Newcastle were on their last legs because their squad is very, very much weakened. Their bench was shocking. They don't really have that squad depth. And so part of me hoped / wanted us to nick like a last minute, like smash and grab, like you said, like a 1-1 or but we couldn't even do that.
What's wrong with Man United?
What's right with them?
Let's try and look at the problems. Let's try and do a quick inquest.
I do think that the manager has to be questioned today. Like the starting 11, when you've got Varane on the bench and you've got Reguilon who can actually play, that's his role.
Left back.
He's a left back, right?
Yeah.
But you're switching players out of position and you're putting Dalot, who is a right back naturally, as a left back, and you're putting Luke Shaw as a centre back. Don't complicate it. Don't make it that confusing. Also, Reguilon is one of Erik ten Hag's signings, technically, right? So you're telling me that you're switching player positions and you're neglecting a signing that you made to have him sit on the bench.
We praised the manager. We praised the manager last season for playing Shaw there. So what we're saying, we're getting back on our word now.
I mean, yeah, the manager played Shaw last season because Varane and Martinez, Maguire wasn't in form, and we paired Shaw with Varane. Like there was an opportunity today to play Varane and then have Shaw. There was an opportunity for that. And we all know that Ten Hag doesn't want Varane on the left, like playing on the left-hand side. I get that. Maguire wasn't...
But you're happy to... I get what you're saying, because he is happy to see Dalot play out of position as well, though. So why can't...
Exactly. And this is not... I'm sorry, but this is turning into a bit of a habit. Like I say habit or a pattern. Ten Hag playing players out of position. You know, he played when we had Amrabat, whether that was down to other injuries in the squad, but we brought Amrabat to play a particular role, and then we brought him in as a left back. Like, I get that we had injuries, but I kind of it goes back to what we were saying at the full-time whistle. Like, Ten Hag's running out of excuses. We're running out of excuses, like as to why we're playing the way we are and the choices that Erik ten Hag's making. It's really, really hard to defend the choices that he's making right now. I can't make sense of it.
But then, do you still back this manager? Do you still believe that he can turn it around? And doesn't he just need time, though, to try and work out and have these mistakes? Okay,
so here's my thing, right? Today's the first day, or tonight's game is the first time I've really questioned, properly questioned Erik ten Hag.
Yeah.
However, over my dead body is Erik ten Hag getting the sack before some of these players and the Glazers are out. Over my dead body.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I find Erik ten Hag's choices questionable right now, I need to see some of these players out the door before the manager leaves. Because like you said, it's a conveyor belt. It literally is a conveyor belt of managers. I mean, are you telling me the common denominator here is the players and the Glazers? That's the common denominator.
Absolutely.
If you're using that logic in everyday life, and you've been through this is our 5th manager since Sir Alex Ferguson, then you do the math.
Yeah, I think that's clear. I think that one is... So how do we get some results? Again, El Madrico coming on Wednesday. How do we sort this out?
Specifically against Chelsea?
Yeah, like that's the next point. We need to get a result we need.
I think you raise this ties into the last comment I made about Erik ten Hag's choices. I think that Erik ten Hag needs to be a lot more specific in his approach to individual games. So like looking at the opposition, whether we're playing home or away, etc., etc. Now, as much as I didn't want Rashford to start in this game, I would have preferred Anthony on the right. I do think that Rashford should start against the likes of Chelsea.
Really?
Yeah, no, completely. Against Newcastle, it's different because Newcastle are they're a lot more of a physical team. They're built, they're tall, right? And they play aggressively and they will run and run and run and run and run for days. Chelsea, yeah, they've got pretty swift. They've got a pretty swift defence. They've got a pretty swift fullbacks. I think Rashford can counter that. And sorry, just to go back, I think that's where Ten Hag has to be more tailored and more specific to our opposition.
So getting game to game, basically. All right, well, listen, hopefully we can do something. I'll be interested to hear what you think in player ratings.
I just want to say, this is Roy Keane right here.
Oh, my goodness.
This is Roy Keane. I mean, he doesn't look like Roy Keane, does he? But these are the days.
These are the days. So we got now. Historical FC fan. All right, wicked. Big up.